But it feels like on this Kuminga thing, because we keep talking about how the Warriors move the goalposts and, oh my God, what are they looking for now? And how this Jimmy Butler injury, if you've missed it, Jimmy Butler tore his ACL last night and the Warriors went over the Heat. Does this end Jonathan Kuminga trade talks?
I don't think so at all.
Because they find a role for him that everybody's happy with and cool, he's in there? Or does this accelerate them because they're like, all right, we need to add something to this roster that helps us in any conceivable way?
Yeah.
Does the goalpost change again? It reminds me of when you're looking for a snack and you open the refrigerator or the pantry, depending on what kind of snack you're looking for. You open it and you look and you're like, all right, milk and there's some leftovers from last night. There's like an old banana. Has a mayonnaise. God, there's just nothing really in the fridge. And then you close the fridge and then you open it again, hoping that, like, hey, maybe there's something in there I didn't see last time.
I do love that.
They just keep opening the fridge. And it's like, brother, it's Devin Carter and Dario Saric and Malik Monk and DeMar DeRozan. That's all that's in there. You can so badly want like a serving of orange chicken from Panda Express. You can badly want it to be in there. It's not there, brothers. It's not.
I think
there's not a tortilla and cheese. You can't make a quesadilla.
For me, I'm wondering why the hell Kyle has a banana in his refrigerator.
I don't know. I was just thinking of, I don't refrigerate my bananas. I need everybody to know that.
Thank you.
That's not a euphemism.
Yeah. Like I think it's like a really interesting situation that the Kings and Warriors have got themselves into, because they've had a staring contest for literally like 6 months. And I don't even know why they're like, really, it's like a cross-eyed staring contest, because it's not like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, but at this point, maybe it does.
Yeah, and maybe this is kind of what they've been holding out for. Maybe this is why I think there's even a modicum of a chance that their reaction here is, all right, well, Kuminga's playing now. Hey, here's your full-time role. Go get it, guy. We can't win. I don't think they could have won without him anyways, but like, we super can't win without you. And we don't think DeMar DeRozan or Malik Monk is the answer. So go give it a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe this is what they've been waiting for. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. Let me rephrase that. Maybe this is the scenario that they've been like, hey, if this scenario happens, we'd rather have him than trade him for things that we don't think we can use just to get rid of him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I think there's any modicum of a chance that they sit down with Kuminga and Aaron Turner and go, hey, there you go. You're starting, you're playing. No matter how many times you mess up, no matter what we think, like, you need to play. We need you in the rotation. That's the only reason I think that, oh, maybe there's that chance. But I also think if the Warriors sit down and have that conversation, I wouldn't be shocked if Kuminga and Turner go, no thanks.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
we'll
we just
made it very
February
clear.
6th, you got like 2 weeks. Figure it out. Not our problem. Yeah, that wouldn't shock me either.
Yeah, it's like,
in fact, that's what I think would happen.
Like the old proverbs, like necessity is the mother of invention. Like, they have to come up with something now. They have to figure out something, the Warriors do, or they just have to acknowledge that it's over and this whole thing is done. Mm-hmm. Because, like, look, Jimmy Butler tore his ACL. It's January 20th. He's out for most of next season.
Yep.
As well.
Yep.
It's not just this season. And so if I'm the Warriors, like, I don't know that I hit a panic button as much as I hit like a reality button.
Yeah.
And so, like,
hit any freaking button.
Yeah, you have to do something at this point. And like, I do believe that the Kings are the team that likely will end up with Kuminga if he's traded.
And hey, can we keep it a stack? Let's pretend just for a moment that there's more teams interested. There's not. But let's just pretend there is.
Yeah.
Is there a better player than DeMar DeRozan that they're going to be able to get for Jonathan Kuminga?
No.
There's not.
No.
And this is I don't want to turn this into a Warriors thing. This is, I think, part of their problem. It's Kyle Shanahan-esque. We talked about this with Kyle Shanahan and wide receivers yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And how, like, man, I feel like you have to be very specifically good or very good at very specific things to be a receiver in his offense. It can't be like, hey, I'm great at 3 things. It's like, no, I'll take the guy who's okay at 5 things instead of the guy who's great at 3 and bad at 2, because I just want to kind of know what I'm getting. I think if the hang up for Golden State, because I've seen some people ask, like, hey, what's the deal? Why wouldn't they want DeMar? They missed Jimmy Butler scoring. DeMar can score. He gets to the line. He does all these things. I wouldn't be shocked if Golden State looks at it and goes, well, we did this read and react offense, and that's not really his thing. And, we need somebody who's going to wreck games defensively or have this high IQ defensively. And you know what? That's just kind of not his thing. So we just don't know that he's a great fit. And I think that's asinine.
Yep.
I think that's a silly way to look at it. And you mentioned this earlier. If that's going to be your take, if that's going to be their take, I should say, then, all right, then recalibrate what you're doing. Ask Steph what he wants to do. See if he wants to compete for titles. Like, all right, cool. Then we'll get you out of here because that's clearly not what they're trying to do. Because if they're waiting around with Jonathan Kuminga for something better or a better fit than DeMar DeRozan,
yeah.
All right. Because I get the Malik Monk thing. You don't want to be tied to his contract. You don't think he fits. Plus a contract. Okay, fine. Let's buy that. The DeRozan thing doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. Turning down the DeRozan thing doesn't make any sense from a financial standpoint.
Yeah.
From a hey, we just need somebody to help score standpoint. Like, oh no, the defense. All right, man. Cool.
Well,
keep running Brandon Pajemski and Moses Moody out there. Enjoy.
I'm just gonna point out, like, the DeRozan contract, if it is in fact the way that Spotrac has it listed, where it doesn't become fully guaranteed until January 10th. That means that you have a player under contract that can play for you, that you can trade at any time, and the other team that's taking him in can accept him and then not pick up the option on his deal. They can waive him by January 10th, making him an extremely valuable trade chip. Extremely valuable, because you have him as a player or as an expiring contract like halfway through the season. Like, you can just dump the other $15 million of his contract.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do here. But like you said something, they've been trying. Like, look, they're not a title contender. They weren't a title contender with Jimmy Butler. They needed to make the other move that they should have made like a month ago to actually give themselves a legitimate chance to get into a playoff chase here or a real, like, title contention. I don't even think that they have the ability to get into title contention, just because it's like Steph and it was Jimmy, and then Draymond, I guess, and then what else do you have on your roster that is impressive at all and that can get you through a 7-game series, let alone 4 of them?
Not a big Quentin Post guy?
No. No, I mean, like, look, I think, the Warriors have done great things over the last, decade and a half, whatever it is. But all of these dynasties, they come to an end. It happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can try to extend it. You can try to preserve it the best you can. But in the end, there's always a moment where you do something stupid to try to extend it. And I just got to be honest with you. It's not this move. It was the Jimmy Butler move. Was the stupid move to extend this thing. That's the one that you're like, because it's not, they didn't just trade for Jimmy Butler. They traded for Jimmy Butler and signed him to a 2-year, $112 million extension.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
To me, the stupid thing is hoarding their post-Steph picks.
Yeah.
If you're trying to extend what this is, then you are going to have to sacrifice the future. But they didn't want to do that. Cool. All right, fine. Then you're just not going to win right now, because that's the thing that would land them something of consequence. But they won't trade those picks.
Yeah.
They're holding on to those because they know they're going to be asked what the second number 30 steps out the door.
Yeah.
So they don't want to. They're stuck in the middle. They're golden goose. They're golden ticket to this transfer from one dynasty to whatever the next version of it was Kuminga. It was James Wiseman and Kuminga.
But
the Wiseman thing failed
now
spectacularly. The Kuminga thing failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's over. Like, now, okay, you didn't draft well enough to continue extending this run, and ergo, it's done. That's how the game works. That's how it's designed.
Yeah, the Kuminga thing, it feels like, someone you're chewing gum. So, hey, do you have another piece of gum? And you're like, yeah, it's been in my pocket for a little while. And you pull out the piece of gum and it's covered in lint and weird stuff. And you're like, and everyone else is like, yeah, I'll pass. No, I'm okay. Because that's where we are. We're like,
you're like, but what if this gum tastes awesome?
It will taste. It'll taste the same. Trust me, you won't notice the lint at all.
Sure.
But that's what it's become. Like, they have devalued Kuminga so much. They're on their own with their coaching staff.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. And I mean, that's the NBA. Like, the front office goes out and gets players. The coaching staff has to coach the players that they've got. Steve Kerr doesn't want to coach him. And
very clearly.
Yeah. And so now it's like, hey, man, you don't want to coach me. I don't want to be coached by you. I'm not going to come back and try to save the day for you. For what? So you can do this all over again next summer?
Yeah. Or the
year after?
Extending it, or is Kerr out of there after this year? And they extend. I have no idea. I wonder what Mitch thinks in New Jersey. Mitch, what do you got for us?
Be on time. He's gonna be trained.
Come on, Mitch. You're gonna be on the line. You gotta at least listen. I'm up. I'm ready to go. 916-909-1320. 916-909-1320 if you'd like to join the conversation. I saw a question in here that said, where's the question at youtube.com/ESPN 1320? Somebody said Golden State overvalues picks. I disagree. Their post-Steph selections are some of the most valuable in the league right now because everybody looks at their roster and goes, hey, that could be the number one pick in 2029, 2028 or 2029. That could be the top pick in the draft.
Yeah, so here's my again, like, I get it, the Warriors don't want to trade picks or because of that. I'm wondering if the Warriors, because of their dynasty, because of Steph, have made themselves into, and especially you look at the value of their franchise now, if they've made themselves into like a Los Angeles Lakers North, where they're going to be a destination and that teams players are going to want to go play for them, and that they're not going to have a huge issue like drawing talent, because that's usually the problem. That, if you're the Lakers, you understand that, you're going to get LeBron James. And then, when LeBron is aging out of the league, some moron is going to trade you Luka Doncic for a bag of peanuts. I mean, Anthony Davis and like whatever.
You can go back to the Pau Gasol trade.
Yeah. It's like someone always bails them out. And so you wonder if the Warriors are getting to that point where they think that they can draw talent like that. I don't know that they can, because it's a really hard thing to visualize the Warriors if you looked at the 25 years before their great run and where they are now. Because it's like, hey, for 20 plus years, you were trash.
Irrelevant.
You were
totally
beyond irrelevant. Yeah, and now
all my friends growing up, I grew up in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
All my friends growing up were Kings fans. I was in middle school when the Kings were awesome.
All
my friends were Kings fans.
Well, I can tell you this, like growing up here before the Kings got here, everyone was a Laker fan because the Lakers were on TV. They're Showtime Lakers. Yeah. You didn't even know there was where is this Golden State team? I don't know where that's at.
Yeah.
Golden State. What is that?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So like they weren't relevant around here at all until this last decade and a half of greatness. So it makes you really wonder what they're going to look like afterwards, and whether they're going to whether they're valuing their picks wrong at this point, because they're the Warriors and they're going to be able to go get the next big thing.
Maybe. 916-909